Dude, welcome back to Hanging Out with the Dudes. I'm your host, PC, and we have another great episode. Continually, every single Sunday night, we're here for the people. But of course, let's see what the dudes are up to. K-Stout, my man, let's start with you. How your new setup looks like? Question mark. How's it going there?
Almost. We need the lighting coming this way. We also need a couple things in the background. Other than that, dope place. I got the wax candle over here, or the wax heater. You guys want to guess what my scent is? What my aroma?
Ocean breeze.
No, bro.
Pine
It's
tar.
no.
Bourbon and sand.
No, but that is good. It's called burning Rome. It's literally like a campfire. Because I love the smell of campfire. Other than that, I went and watched Revenge of the Sith in IMAX this weekend. Incredible. I'm watching it again. It's just that amazing. Other than that, if you're looking at this side of the screen, I lost my overlay. So all the stuff that you see, NFL divisional round, yeah, we're not going to be talking about that stuff today. It's a bit old. So just disregard that. I'll get it fixed up later. All that matters is that the stream isn't pausing like it did for the draft. We got the Ethernet set up.
Good to see K-Stout back. As always, that contract keeps getting extended out for the man. Main man from way out west, UFC man himself. How are you doing?
Give him some sand, Tony. Yeah. Interesting fight week. Good fight week. I hope Nick Howard's able to join us. We had lots of opinions on that. Had a good week so far, I think. I mean, the Mets have been losing some weird ways. Work's been good. Weather's kind of changing. It's getting a little warmer, at least in my neck of the woods. Not raining as much. It's not 4 days out of the week or 5 days out of the week. Now it's like 1 or 2 days out of the week. Today was a little overcast, but good stuff. Juan Soto, stay calm. Still a good squad. Jets draft. Whoa, interesting stuff happened. Maybe we'll look at NFL Shop and see who the highest selling jerseys are right now, because I think we'll be surprised. When was the last time a fifth-round pick was?
Shador Sounds and Browns.
Interesting. But hello, folks. Like, subscribe, donate via Super Chat, whatever you got to do. Share with your friends, and let's get into it. I'm excited.
Yeah, and of course our cover at Howard. I think he's out learning how to sumo wrestle in Japan. He might be joining us earlier or later. We don't know.
He's gonna struggle. I don't know if
yeah,
they
it's
have a
gonna
weight
be.
class.
Also you got to think
physique
with the
isn't
time gap. He's trying to figure this out, like in between his mountains.
Yeah, how many years of eligibility does he have before he can transfer out?
I
don't think
believe
that's a
I believe it has to be a 2-year stay before he can transfer.
Okay.
to Japan. But I think
Okay.
he has been looking for in
Yeah, what are the JUCO
Russia
rules?
somewhere, or maybe even China. I heard is very popular. So Nick Howard, a world traveler as always.
Yeah,
Hopefully he
go
joins
in
us at
there,
some point.
dude.
But
Or you
let's
can come back.
yeah, I don't know. But hey, man, if you know
Check
Nick
out
Howard,
anytime you like.
that
but
guy
you
would
can't
be able
never
to
leave.
survive. He would come back and have one of the best stories. But anyways, hopefully he joins us. We respect his training schedule, so hopefully he pop in. But let's talk about the big thing. I unfortunately was not able to appear on Thursday. I went to a PBR on Kansas City, which was really close job, Pro Bull riding.
We never talk about PBR. How incredible
'cause
that
it's
sport is.
Nobody.
We don't talk about NASCAR either. Kyle Busch plus 1400. Oh, that race.
Did you see the guy who just hit the bird at 190 miles per hour? Talladega
Was that
Prius?
the hydroplane?
No, the bird. Bird got hit.
Burke got hit. Crazy stuff. NASCAR. We don't talk about PBR because they're nuts. Those guys are crazy.
Yeah, they're crazy dudes.
8 seconds.
But so on Thursday we had the NFL draft. Obviously had some big things, some good things, some bad things. We had some people who really went really high, and then people that were supposed to go high went really, really low. So I thought we could kind of just talk and discuss. First, let's start off with the first overall pick with Cam Ward. I know Howard's not here, but it's kind of the easiest place to start. Everybody kind of assumed it was going to be Ward. P4, you're kind of our football, and I know K-Stout too. What are your opinions on Cam Ward going forward? You think he's set himself? Are they set up to actually be an okay team. Obviously, there's a lot of pieces missing there in Tennessee, but does Cam Ward look like the player for the future for the Titans?
And I don't want to turn this Cam Ward segment into a you know who segment, but what in the hell does Mel Kiper know anyway? I mean, this was the number one quarterback prospect in the draft since the draft season really started, at least when I started getting into it. And yeah, sure, I'll look at a way too early 2026 draft probably this evening and start mocking somebody to the Jets at pick 32. Am I right, Kyle?
Brady Cook,
And
Brady
then,
Cook.
Brady Cook, he's gonna lead us to the promised land. Is he gonna wear number 8? No, but I think Cam Ward. He said all the right things. There was videos with him and the other quarterback, and I mean the kid's a stud. All the stuff he said about Tennessee on the streams, like I feel like this kid. I mean, obviously now it's a generational thing, right? There's not going to be another Brett Favre who's like, no, I just like going on the farm and fucking throwing footballs around. No, they're going to play Fortnite. They're going to do this stuff. But he's saying all like the right stuff, the kind of stuff you want to hear out of a quarterback like that. Obviously a great talent, Washington State. I'm excited to see what he does. Tennessee needs it, Lord knows. Nick Howard needs it.
Nick
For
Howard
his
needs
health,
it.
man, he
He
needs it.
needs
Yeah.
it bad. He
But,
needs
Cam
a
Ward, good
Washington
player. I'm
Commanders
excited.
season.
I think there's
Jaden
no question
Daniels.
he's the number one quarterback. But we should do like the sticky note thing they do on TNT. Maybe a little behind the curtain for you folks, but we should do like the sticky note thing where you have sticky notes behind you where we
Yeah.
make predictions
Yeah,
and then we revisit them.
something we could definitely talk about 100%. I think that's good insight there. K-Stel, you're on the same board with Cam
Yeah,
Ward, right?
so when we were watching it on I don't know if we were live at that point, but their NFL comparison for Cam Ward was Patrick Mahomes. And we were kind of like, it's like one of the best comparisons you can get as a quarterback. And normally when you're comparing,
It is the best.
when
It
you're
is the best,
comparing
right?
quarterbacks, you know, like when you compare NBA prospects to NBA talent, you normally pick guys like I don't know, like a Bobby, the kid, just random dudes that are just kind of
John Wall with a jump shot.
yeah, like John Wall with a jump shot or something weird, and they just went out straight for it and said this dude is Patrick Mahomes if he has the right tools around him, which is every quarterback needs the
Allen
right
Iverson
position.
with Steph Curry shooting.
For Nick Howard's sake, he just needs, if he gets a season like the Commanders had last season, I mean, he will be riding the high horse.
No, let's
forever.
not put expectations on
Yeah.
him.
And I'm not saying that
It's
I'm not hold
hard,
on.
though.
I'm not saying
He's
The
a
that,
day
AFC
one
South
starter,
is
right?
open.
I'm not saying
He's a
that.
day one starter.
I'm not saying that
I
it's.
would like Nick Howard to confirm that, if anyone.
I'm not
It's
saying
like,
that.
I mean, you've seen that now a lot where those first pick guys go and then they really struggle that first year. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
like
just how
Bryce
the
Young,
guys
like
who
was
got to
one
sit
of those
behind
dudes.
and be able to see behind a veteran experience have pride.
The O-line is
How about like a
Getting better.
Justin?
But I don't know,
Like what
right?
about like a
The
Justin
offense.
Herbert year? Like if you had like a Justin Herbert year where he.
I think if you're
tons
obviously
of
if
picks
you're
but tons of
Howard,
yards. I
Yeah.
mean, Nick Howard would take it for sure.
Yeah, easily.
he
Like
just
you're.
wants it to be okay. He just wants to see progress. You can build pieces around. You just need to make sure that
Yeah.
Ward is your guy. You know
I think he
I
can. I
he
think
will.
he's.
It's probably like I would say maybe more like Jameis Winston season. I don't think the Titans are all that. I don't think they're picking in the teens next year. Let's put it
No.
that way.
No, yeah, I think they're still gonna be part of the league for sure. But I mean, maybe
But
just seeing
it's something to
continuation
build
drive
on.
with
Yeah,
Cam Ward.
exactly.
You need something like, okay, Cam's our guy. Like that's kind of like how I felt like the Patriots kind of were. So we kind of figured out Drake May's kind of our dude. Now let's try and see if we can piece some pieces around him for the next year. So interesting takes there. Then we had obviously the trade at number 2 for Jacksonville Jaguars. Who I mean, moving up to pick up Travis Hunter. Just either. Now here's the big question: is he going to play offense or is he going to play defense?
I think Jacksonville traded up for the reason to make him play both. I think Jacksonville's
Yeah,
that stupid to do that. Because
I agree.
I'm just being straight up. The amount of, and I'm not saying that Travis Hunter in any way is stupid or doesn't have the mental capacity to, but P4 knows this best. You are reading playbooks like it's the Bible and you're the Pope. I mean, you have to know it in and out. And reading 2 of those and scout teams on both sides is incredibly difficult. It's not the Big 12 anymore where you're playing Kansas and Jalen Daniels is like, Jalen Daniels, my bad. is you just know if you make him throw in the middle, you're good. These are the best teams on the planet. I don't know if he's going to be able to be what he was as the Heisman winner in college, but I think the talent's there. He's going to be able to try to do it. I think, in my opinion, he's going to move over.
Option.
I would give him the option for sure, but I think at some point he's going to realize that one position is going to be his main spot.
People have done it before. I think it will limit his ceiling if he does both, in both. Defense isn't, especially with how talented he is, and that's something that Kyle said, and I agree with. Like athlete through the wazoo, right? But the playbook's going to be tough to learn. I heard Liam Cohen, or whatever the head coach's name is, he said the onboarding process is going to be offense first, and then we're going to work him in at defense. I think what that translates to is he has to learn the playbook, and he can just go out and cover some team's number 2 wide receiver.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
He can go play one-on-one. Man, hey man, you're just playing man coverage. Guard
Yeah,
or
they
zone
don't-
drop back. This is your third. There's a couple things they could do to kind of protect him.
This isn't like
But
a Vic
the
Fangio
offense-
defense that he has to learn. He doesn't have to know like crazy different zones and switch offs and crap like
I was
that.
also thinking maybe you get him on the defensive side, and then maybe you tell him give him like 1, 2, 3, 4, like on the offense, and you tell him like that you're hitting a slant.
He's
going
gonna
to
be a gadget guy on offense for sure.
Yeah, because you want to get he's so explosive. Like just get the ball in his hands, and he's gonna make a play.
And that's
you
what they're
gotta
gonna do
get it.
offensively
Just tunnel
and defensively.
screens and like.
Honestly, what they did, and they didn't even. It's not quarterback or cornerback wide receiver. He's going to play slot. He's going to play safety. It's honestly what the Jaguars did, and he's the first guy in a long while to do this. And the NFL really likes putting guys in buckets like the NBA does, maybe more so than amateur college sports, and even way less so in high school. I mean, we got high school kids. I had a buddy back in the day. Offensive lineman get hurt. He takes off his number 24 jersey, puts on a number 69 jersey. Now he's playing offensive line. So really what the Jaguars did is they drafted a guy, ATH, athlete. We're all playing the NCAA game. They drafted an athlete. That's what they did. He's going to be running jet sweeps. He's going to be blitzing the quarterback. And a lot of teams do this, right? Like Sauce Gardner, he's a cornerback. They put him on blitzes. And it's all gadget stuff. It depends to what level you're talking about. But it's in the playbook. It's cat and mouse game. It's chess on grass. So I think they got a cool chess piece. I think I agree with Kyle, though, that this is just Jacksonville being silly, and because there's a reason why football has done this stuff, to put guys kind of in buckets and say this is what position you play. It's so minute, the details you have to learn. What's he going to do, split time between the meeting rooms at practice? Just
yeah,
put
like
on
there's
a
so many
fucking
different
cap?
like variables that come into this.
Dude, you got kids who are as good of athletes as him, and they can't get one position. And you're telling me this guy's going to learn 2 in the NFL? I think it is a little gimmicky. We'll see what happens. But I think it is awesome that it's Jacksonville. Like, it's perfect.
It makes
They
sense.
trade up to
It
get the
makes
thing,
sense.
first round pick.
The Browns would have
Browns are
screwed
going to
him
have 2
over.
top 5 picks next year. And I don't know. We'll talk about the Browns. But
Yeah,
Oh, the
The
Browns.
Browns definitely coming up. So we have obviously Travis Hunter going 2, and then we have Dual Carter going 3 for the Giants. Good pick, best athlete, best available player there. So good on the Jets.
they got a lot of defensive end, like linemen,
Dude,
linebackers.
their defensive. Listen,
They
they
got
could.
Akeem Nunez Roaches.
What is their draft
Their
grade?
defense.
Oh my God! Shut the fuck
We're
up.
not doing draft.
We're not even in training.
Why is this
camp.
draft grade?
What the hell does
We're
Mel
gonna-
Kiper
We
know
are
anyway?
a podcast about our own opinions, and Kyle is looking up the opinion of somebody else about
Is
this grade.
PFF a valid source? Not like the most valid, but just something that
Oh my
you can
God.
go off of. Oh my word, bro! They do not like the New Orleans Saints.
Pick number 4.
Sure.
The Pats pick Will Campbell off the second. Good. They think Drake May is their guy. Give us protection. Maybe he'll be able to make some more plays for him. It's just another good pick. And then you got the Browns.
This is
taking-
almost kind of chalk.
yeah.
It's very
yeah,
chalk.
That's probably what you thought was going to happen with those 2 guys. Then you got
Like
5.
even the draft up to this point, like I think the number 2 overall pick, Jacksonville trading up to get that
but
guy.
still, Hunter is 2.
Yeah, it's Hunter and then Mason Graham going to the Browns. I almost like that more. Like in my head when I'm doing my mock draft, I go Jacksonville is more of a Travis Hunter guy, and
The Browns.
Mason Graham's more of a Browns guy.
Jacksonville
Yes.
has the opportunity to allow goofy crap like that to happen. The Browns fan base is way too like their culture is way too like we act like
Don't
we're
say
buttoned
this
up.
because that's what they do. That's what it's. Oh man, it's tough. Cleveland's such a fucking joke, and like
they
It's just-
but they
it's terrible.
they act
It's
like
you
they
send
act they
athletes
act
there
they
and
act like
just
they're
destroy.
they act like
But
they're
this is
something.
like a good pick. Mason Graham. I don't know, man. It's so weird. It's like they do just enough to not get relegated. That's
Yeah.
what Mason Graham. Like they would go 0-16 every year if like literally the president would have to step in. Be like, guys, you
They have
National
to,
Guard,
They're so
go
bad.
to practice.
At pick number 6, you had the Raiders taking Ashton Ginty here.
What was
Really
his
good-
pro comparison, Kyle?
Dude, I don't know. It might have been like
It'll be really
It
interesting.
was Emmitt
Him and
Smith.
oh my word,
Wow,
really?
They had Patrick Mahomes and Emmitt Smith in the same draft.
That's
the best
insane.
quarterback and running back in the same draft. They went 1-6, by the way.
Ashton Ginty, good on them. You know, the Raiders are just kind of all over the place. They had one really good bright side. Who's their tight end? I can't. It's blanking me right now.
Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers.
Yeah, that was like their only
new
bright side.
franchise, kind of really with Pete. Pete's coming in running the show. This is Pete being
Yeah.
Pete. This is an awesome pick. I love it.
Yeah, I think it's good.
AFC West. He's gonna run
Yeah.
for 250 yards against the Chiefs.
It's gonna be.
Week
It's gonna be.
6.
Dude, the AFC West, man, has. Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting.
One,
Um,
two. They
and of course,
picked
obviously, it's
three.
seven.
Sorry.
Which is
The
about
Raiders
to
picked
make-
3 players from the FCS in their draft. Charles
Two of them
Grant
were
from
quarterbacks.
William and Mary, and then Tommy Millott, quarterback out of Montana State. Heard that kid was really good. And then Cam Miller, another quarterback. Two quarterbacks, 213 and 215. North Dakota State and Montana State back to back, almost. That's pretty crazy. But honestly, solid picks because Geno could be a rental.
Well, he's gonna be a rental. Dude. I don't know. I don't think Jim's just the entire time. Who knows? I think it might be a Kirk Cousins situation. All right, then we got pick number 7. P4, you want to go over 7th pick? Tell the fans what you think about it. You and your Jets. So.
Yeah, it's tough to watch offensive lineman highlights after the first round of the draft, especially as a team that's so bad. Be like, oh my gosh, we got our guy. I don't know. Apparently, he's the best right tackle in the draft. He's the best pure tackle in the draft. Blah blah blah. It should be solidified by now. You got your 2 guards. You got your 2 tackles. Joe Tittman's a good center. I think it's figured out now. And if you're going with Justin Fields and that's your thing, then 100%. I think we got a good offensive line for that. We got a good run game for that. Pass game, we addressed. It depends. We're going to do this Detroit-style offense. I think we're going to do a little more power running. I think this guy's going to be in the trenches a lot. I think he can also put his foot in the dirt and kind of be that main kind of just brick wall stopping guys from getting to Justin Fields. But we'll see how much running around he does. He seems like a good player. I'm excited. I'm cautiously optimistic, as I was going into this draft. Now, I would have loved a Tet McMillan or maybe even a Tyler Warren or maybe even I don't know. Jackson Dart would have been interesting, but it would have been something for more to chew on than an offensive line pick. So I hope he's good. I hope he plays 15 years. I hope he's a Hall of Famer, but it's an offensive lineman, man. And this isn't shade. This is just I hope he's a great player. I really
Yeah,
do.
that totally makes sense with that. And also not getting another quarterback, you kind of tell Justin, like, hey, like, we're going to give you a chance here, not bring somebody else in to try and test it. Like, let's
Brady
see what
Cook.
you can do. So, yeah, Brady Cook. There you go. Shout out Brady Cook. But, yeah, just did really good there. And then at 8, we had Tet McMillan went to the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, great pick.
Yeah, they need some weapons over there. They need something there. Great pick. 9, Kelvin Banks Jr., Texas, offensive tackle. Getting an offensive tackle when you don't have a quarterback is wild.
Saints fans are sad, man.
Dude, yeah, and then their quarterback selection, I'm sure. I don't know what's going on in New Orleans there. but that was pretty bad. I felt like, and
They
then
had
number
an
10.
awful draft.
Yeah, it was. And then I had, and then I didn't have, but the 10th pick was Colton Loveland, the Michigan, which was actually the surprise first tight end off the board over Warren, which was something.
I was very surprised.
Yeah. Great first 10 picks. Let's the rest of the round kind of happens. Let's do some highlights. You guys got any highlights you want to talk about? Obviously, the one that everybody's been talking about. We can talk about the very end with Shador dropping all the way. But anything you guys liked from the first round or anything specific?
I think
from that.
I think that Jaheed Campbell to the Eagles is ridiculous.
You get another great defense.
And they were going to get him regardless. Like, even
Yeah.
if the Chiefs didn't trade down, like, it was going to happen. And now they have a piece that fit into Vic Fangio's defense, and they're going to be just really damn good next year. Malik Starks going to Baltimore is insane. Baltimore's defense is just going to get better. I don't know if I have like anything else crazy.
Matthew Golden for the Packers picking up a wide receiver was huge for them.
That is
And a
what they
star wide
needed.
receiver.
That's what they needed for
they
sure.
They need a guy in there. They've got some okay wide receivers over there, but they definitely need.
I think now when I was talking on the second stream we had, because the other one decided to just cut out. Don't know why. It said my internet was busted. I think Josh Simmons for the Chiefs isn't a like, oh my word, it's the biggest steal of all time. It's not.
We lost the Super Bowl because our offensive line could not handle.
You're getting
the
depth.
Eagles' defensive
You're
line.
getting depth.
It does. Yeah, you're getting something that we're 100% going to need. Look, is it cool? Maybe we would have gotten a Luther Burden. Yeah, but honestly, like,
We got Jalen
you
Royals.
can live without it.
Jalen Royals is a fantastic wide receiver. He
It's
is.
not even that. It's just like he's good. It's just like we didn't need somebody here. Yes, it would have been nice to get a Luther Burden or somebody like that, but an offensive tackle where that's where we got killed in the Super Bowl, where it was blatantly obvious that our offensive line was being manhandled by the Philadelphia Eagles and their schemes. Picking up something that was the obvious problem is never going to be a hurtful thing.
I mean,
So especially as a team that's trying to compete again for obviously another Super Bowl contention.
I've
when
watched the
team-
Chiefs draft two players at that position at pick 32, and Felix, I don't know, like, he has the opportunity to be better,
He played well last.
but like, he's not he was a pick. Now listen, this Josh Simmons thing, here's what happens. Let's say Josh Simmons has like the character issues, whatever, and Andy Reid doesn't fly with that stuff. If you're going to be a dick, you're going to be an asshole. Like, I'm pretty sure the Chiefs are going to be okay with letting this guy go because he was being a dick in a cuck bag during training camp or in the locker room. I mean, it's a good risk. It's a good risk to have, because that was like the only thing that people were like worried about other than his PCL injury. And a PCL injury isn't even like that big of an issue to worry about. Like, everyone's going to get injured at one point. And if your surgery's done well, then you're fine. Like, it's going to be okay. But the character thing was, his character, and he's got a little nose ring that happens here. And you can just tell when he walked into the Chiefs, like, facility, like, he had, like, this weird confidence, sort of arrogance to him. I don't know if you watched it, but he kind of walked in there like he doesn't really care about football, but he does. Like, he knows that that's the best. He's the best at football, but like, there's something else he's plotting. He is a weird cat. I will say that. The dude's a weird cat just by looking at him. And I don't want to do this little Gen Z bullshit, or whatever thing, but his aura is weird, if that makes any sense. So I can see why he went 32. Kelvin Banks, Will Campbell, and the guy that the Jets got, they're buttoned up O linemen, and you know how O linemen are. They're buttoned up. They're very protective. They're very smart. They're very polite and stuff like that. And when you get an offensive lineman that's a little bit of a weird duck, has a weird like personality, they tend to fall, just because you want your offensive lineman to be, family men, have a wife, have some children, go to church, help a car out on the road. Something like very in the neighborhood type of style. And Josh Simmons doesn't give any of those vibes. He looks like he's going to kill like the werewolf or something next door. It's really odd. I went on a ramble.
You wouldn't get an analysis that in depth unless you're watching a Dude Sports podcast. I mean, honestly, like, no one else would say something like that on actual podcast. But you know what? That's why we got Case
Tyler
Dell.
Warren falling to the Colts was interesting, especially not being the first tight end off the board. Greg Zabel, good pickup. Jackson Dart, I don't know what people think about Jackson Dart, but the Giants obviously think high about him. So there you go. Good for him. Yes, he does clap.
Purple.
Let's look at teams. What teams did? Cardinals good.
I mean,
I'll let you
Arizona.
talk
Yeah,
about
Arizona
Will
probably had
Johnson,
the
nice.
best draft, right? Just defense. Get the defense.
Alphabetically. Then the Falcons, they did pretty good too. Very similar.
The
draft.
Falcons had a great undrafted free agent signing. They just signed
that can make
Kobe
it. If I go a
Bryant.
little-
Kobe Bryant didn't get drafted, and that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Basketball one.
Kobe with the C.
Ravens got Mike Green late. That was interesting. We'll see what happens with him. Bills, let's hope that all those guys don't work out for him.
I like their first pick. Remember, he was dapping up everybody. Just a good guy.
He's good. Yeah, he's a good corner, but I don't want to talk about it. And then Bears, we'll see. Interesting, building around.
Can we
I guess they're
just cut the
trusting Ben
bullshit
Johnson.
and talk about the Browns?
Yeah, let's just go to the Browns.
Let's just go to the Browns and see what.
I mean, I don't know what they're thinking. They're just being the Browns.
Yeah.
Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, Dylan
Third
Gabriel,
pick.
third round.
Dylan Sampson.
Drafted a running back. Drafted 2 running backs. Yeah. Harold Fannin from Bowling Green.
Judkins is good.
Dude, it is the most like
it's
NPC auto draft bullshit.
Yeah, it's like something that like I would have done.
Like
if
they
I
still
was...
had quarterback as a need after they drafted Dylan Gabriel and they found out his overall. They're like, oh, he's only a 52. That puts him as our second quarterback behind Deshaun Watson on 1 ACL. So it's still an F grade. So let's take Shador Sanders, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Do we really think that that was the owner's decision? Like it.
Oh, dude, did he call down to that office? He goes, I know I told you, but we're in the 5th fucking round, guys. I need this kid.
But
Let's
like
look at
the-
NFL highest selling jerseys right now.
Cowboys had a great draft too. I hate to say it, but they had a great draft. Tyler Booker, Alabama.
Yep.
Donovan Ezraku. Siobhan Ravel. Oh my gracious. Jaden Blue from Texas. Underrated running back for sure. Shamar James. Cornelius out of Oregon. That was like their
On
second
draft
best.
jerseys,
Mm.
first thing on the website, number 1 selling jersey, Cam Ward. Number 2 selling jersey, Shador Sanders.
Wow. Where are these
There's like
quarterbacks
6
going?
Jalen Carter jerseys.
Where are these quarterbacks going? Where are they gonna go?
I don't know.
Like is Joe Flacco out of a job? Is Kenny Pickett out of a job? I mean, where's Dylan Gabriel? I mean, they're trading. They you don't have 3 backup quarterbacks on the 53.
Seahawks, Jalen Milroe's a good pick. Yes, I agree with you. It's so. I don't know. You probably trade a quarterback like the Seahawks did. The Seahawks traded Sam Howell. 3 teams in 3 years for him. Good luck. I cannot believe this makes me skeptical because offensive lineman jerseys are like high up on this list.
Is Will Campbell up there?
Will Campbell I kind of get, but like Membu and then
Fight and
Connor
die.
Lee Jr.,
Fight and
Josh
die.
Simmons. Greg Zabel's in like the top 50.
Dude, if
I
I see
don't
a
know what
Chiefs fan wearing a Josh Simmons jersey, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Men's, let's just go.
Now the Jalen Royals jersey, that's a fire jersey.
Men's top 7.
That's a fire
Cam
jersey.
Ward, light blue. Shador Sanders, brown. Travis Hunter, teal. Jalen Carter, Jalen Carter, Jalen Carter. Eagles night robe. Ravens replica Super Bowl. What? Lamar Jackson, true fan, half carat, diamond two tone. $1,500. People are buying Lamar Jackson Super
For
Bowl rings.
15.
Membu, I don't know. Whatever, NFL shop. I believe you. That's what your analytics say.
Oh,
That's what
Devin Neal went to had to go to the Saints. Too, so.
But I think good draft. I like what
Yeah.
the Seahawks did. I like what. I mean, a lot of these teams, and this is the thing with the draft. It's the situations what they get put in. So, like, let's talk about the Jets real quick because this is the one I focus on the most, right? Armand Membu, great offensive tackle. Hopefully, he shows up to training camp. There's no issues with like, oh, he doesn't run or blah blah blah. I don't even want to put that into the universe. Mason Taylor, second round pick. A lot of two tight end stuff is what I see with that, and that's the guy they had on their board. I mean, I'm not as good a scout as the guys who the Jets have. I would hope. So if that's who they have on their board, that's who they have on their board. A.Z. Thomas, good cornerback out of Florida State. He's a tall guy. I think he'll be pretty good. We'll see what happens with Quantez Stiggers. That kind of sucks because I was excited to see that kind of transformation. But it seems like he might be a little short. Arian Smith, I told Nick Howard this. I think he's going to try to be our JMO. Whatever position JMO is playing in that Detroit offense, that's what position he's going to be playing in the Jet version of that. Malachi Moore, safety, good depth. Francisco Maiwaga, linebacker, Miami, good depth. Tyler Barron, edge, Miami. That's also good depth. So a couple more guys. Jets, all their picks.
I have a quick.
SEC, ACC.
I have a question. What's the difference between? So PFF says that Francisco Maigoa, is that his last name?
Maiwaga.
Maiwaga. It just says Miami, and then Tyler Barron. It says Miami, and then in parentheses Florida. Like, is there two different?
No,
Like-
they went to Miami.
Okay, so
Florida.
they're both Miami, Florida. They just decided to put Tyler Barron. They decided to make sure it was, hey, by the way, it's Florida, not Ohio. Making sure everyone knows.
Round edges, yeah.
Gotta make sure. You know when you get to school versus the other schools. But anything else you guys want to wrap up with this draft, or you guys want to move over to the current playoffs? I kind of enjoyed the draft. We'll have to wait and see, obviously, for
I'm good.
fantasy and stuff once we're
Nick
going.
Howard Titans, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta trust in your team and the people that they put in place. The situations that these kids go to is bigger than really anything else. So hopefully they all end up coming out except for the AFC East ones. Quinn Ewers, who the Dolphins draft? I got it. Miami Dolphins drafted a quarterback. They drafted Quinn Ewers,
And Will Howard's a Pittsburgh Steeler.
which is funny.
Yeah, so let's go talk about the NBA. It's the current playoffs. Has been really interesting. There's been some really good series and been some really bad series. Start off with the one that's already over. Sorry, Nick Howard, your team got swept. But that's just the way it is against the OKC Thunder. They beat the Grizzlies 117 to 115 in Game 4. Ja didn't play Game 4. It was over after Game 3. OKC had a great team last year, but just didn't have enough playoff experience. This year, definitely a contender, but the West is again like loaded. So we'll have to wait and see. They're gonna play the winner of the Nuggets and the Clippers, and that's a terrible matchup for either one of those teams, just with the playoff experience. But yeah, OKC moving on. Probably in the best series so far in the playoffs has been this Clippers Nuggets series. It is tied 2-2. The Clippers won game one. Yeah, won game one. Which was, or excuse me, no, the Nuggets won game one. Nuggets won game one on Westbrook. Got a nice block. Then they tied up 1-1 going back to LA. Clippers won. And then now, yesterday, the Nuggets tied it back up 2-2. So they're going back to Denver, 2-2 series, Joker. And then Kawhi on the Clippers. That's going to go down to the wire. It should be a great series. If you're not watching the NBA playoffs and don't have a lot of time, that's probably the series to watch. Lakers down 3-1 to the Timberwolves. Pretty crazy there. Glad I'd like to see LeBron not do so hot. Anthony Edwards is on fire. He had 43 points tonight in the win over the Lakers. Some big upsets there. And then Golden State is up 2-1 on the Rockets. That's also an interesting series with a very young team versus obviously Steph Curry and some vets. Dirty play by the Rockets. Thompson diving, pretending to be pushed, dove underneath Jimmy Butler and made him totally fall.
Whoa.
Yeah, he did not get pushed. He did not get pushed.
Are we sure about that?
Yes, 100%. You want to go look at the clip? Go find the clip.
I've seen part of the clip, and my brain tells me that Draymond Green pushed him. So that's my truth.
Yeah. Well, whatever. But they're up 2-1. Should be a good series. Either one of you guys have any comments on the West? Just a quick little rundown.
The end of the Denver Nuggets game where Gordon had that game-winning
That
alley-oop.
dunk, a shot.
It was incredible. Loved every bit of it.
Best pass ever by Joker. And he always puts one of those up. You think it's gonna go in, and this time it didn't go in. It just fell right in the
I
hand.
cannot wait for a Joker biopic. It's gonna be like Joker, like the movie
And
with
then versus Nikola Jokic.
yeah. It's just
like
gonna be
the-
his face, and it's gonna be on Netflix, and it's gonna be awesome. It's like the dude who hates his own job but ends up being like one of the best at it.
All he wants to do is watch his horses. That's all that matters.
He coaches. He's he's their coach. He's their coach right now, and he's their best player. And but he hates his job. He just wants to go and be with his family. He wants to be on the farm.
He just needs to win a few more, make more
What are you
millions, be able to be just fine, and move on. The rest of this Western Conference will be definitely pretty interesting there. Let's go over to the East, where people are definitely going to be a little bit more familiar, as Paulo, Banchero, and the Magic lost Game 4. They're down 3-1. I know that's the 2 seed. But that series hasn't really been that back and forth. Orlando did steal one because of Paulo, but it's looking like the Boston Celtics are probably going to move on. We'll wait and see. There's Game 4 for Cleveland and Heat. Cleveland's up 3-0. The Heat don't really have anybody. That should be a pretty easy lock for them as well. The Pacers are beating the Bucks right now by 15 points. They're up 3-1. All the Bucks have is Giannis, and they might even lose him in the offseason. There are trade rumors that he's kind of getting unhappy there because they're not making any moves to build around him. And then obviously the best series out of the East is the New York Knicks, up 3-1 on the Detroit Pistons. It should wrap up here next game, going back to New York, but you never know. P4, K-Stel, did you guys watch any of the Eastern Conference playoffs? Just any reactions on what went on?
Just the Western is what I watched. I didn't watch much of the East.
Pacers being up 3-1 on the Bucks, or about to be 3-1 on the Bucks, is kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's just the Bucks don't have anybody but Giannis, and the Pacers have Tyrese and Miles is there. What's his name? It's escaping me right now. He played on the Raptors. He was really
OG Anunoby.
no.
Pascal Siakam.
Pascal Siakam. He didn't play.
I always
Pascal
think,
Siakam.
I always
Yeah,
think
Pascal
that Buddy
Siakam.
Hield is on the Pacers.
He's not.
I know,
He's on
but
the Warriors.
he's everywhere. But I always
Yeah, always.
I always like him as a Pacer.
Yeah, the Bucks would be really good but Dame Time has been hurt and
Blood clots.
Blood clot thing. He played again today, but he's got no points on 0 for 2 shoot. He played 6 minutes.
He played 6 minutes. Then what?
Yeah,
Why?
so he must have left. Probably left for something. I don't know. Interesting there. Definitely though.
His kid was crying.
Milwaukee's kind of in trouble there. It's kind of feeling like they won a championship, and now it kind of feels like they're about ready to go somewhere else. I don't know. Interesting thoughts there. Random pick right now. I know you guys have kind of barely watched some, but just pick let's pick a champion right here and now. If you had to put your money on it, who are you picking?
I don't want OKC to win a ring.
I kind of do, but I don't. I think I'm going to pick Cleveland.
Cleveland's a great pick. Donovan Mitchell out there with Dart.
Like, they're really good.
Yeah, they're. I mean, obviously they're number one seed in the East.
You,
Yes, they
but
are
my
really good.
sleeper pick is the Denver Nuggets.
It's hard to go against Joker, isn't it? Timberwolves are fun with AD or with Anthony Edwards. I mean, Julius Randle had a great game against the Lakers.
I like how no one's giving the Knicks anything, bro. The Knicks aren't.
The Knicks are. I don't. It's a hard team.
If the Knicks win, if the Knicks win the the NBA Finals, that city's gonna burn to the ground.
Yeah, it's gonna be nuts over there. I'm gonna pick. I don't know if they'll get out. If they get out of the, yeah, I think the winner of. I'm gonna pick the Clippers because I think the Clippers will win the series. But I
You think Clippers are gonna win it all?
Yeah, I think they're gonna get past the Thunder with Kawhi. Kawhi is just a different animal.
Oh my
Like,
word,
they
bro!
have
A
enough
Clippers championship would be insane.
I don't think there's too much. I think there's just too much young talent. Like they need another year. Like OKC needs
Tyronn
another
Williams
year.
championship
Rockets
would be
need another year.
incredible.
The Cavs need another year for Garland.
Oh
to get,
my word!
more
James
playoff
Harden
experience.
winning the
The
title.
Celtics. I think the Celtics again could make it there. I don't know. It's gonna be really. I mean, interesting throughout the conference semifinals. Once we get a little bit closer down to the conference semifinals, and then obviously the conference finals, we'll do much more in-depth analysis. It's kind of all over the place right now. But yeah, just a little bit quick update for you on the NBA. Let's go from the basketball court to the diamond, as we're going to talk some MLB. K-Stel, our MLB savant, as we like to call him, because he's on both of them. Take it away.
Savant is crazy. But yeah, so I wasn't here last week, and just because it was Easter. But honestly, a good week for me not to talk about baseball, even though like I do watch most of the sport. My Royals did not have a good time, or our Royals, I guess. PC. They had a 6-game losing streak, and then won that Sunday. That sparked a 6-game winning streak. There we go. And we'll talk about the Royals later when we get to our own teams. The American League is literally a pile of poo. It's a pile of poo. The best team right now, win percentage-wise, is the Detroit Tigers with 18 wins. The Yankees have 17 wins. And remember, all these teams play different. They play less games, more games. It's whatever. The Red Sox are there, and then the Orioles are just falling apart pitching wise. It's really bad. Mariners are up in the West. The Rangers are a weird team. They lost a game today. Did you guys see that? The Little League inside the park walk-off home run? Okay, so I have to pull this up for you guys just to watch it. But the Rangers decided to San Francisco walks off Rangers. We have to watch this.
One for two.
Okay, so let's go back. Let me share this. Let me show you guys what happened today. Come on. Alrighty. So here we go. Here's what happened. We got no sound, but it'll be okay. So, little dribbler. Pitcher throws it. Oh, no! Can't get there.
Everyone's jogging.
Berger yanks it. Oh, no! And the game is walked off. It is walked off. It was an incredible win for the Giants. And we'll talk about the Giants here soon. That's just kind of getting you where the Rangers are. By the way, the Athletics are 500 right now, even. They're not losing. Hey, the Athletics got a weird group right now. Bunch of youngsters just going out there and just playing their style of baseball. National League wise, the best team in the MLB percentage wise for wins is the New York Mets. Should get to the 20 win mark first. Had a couple of weird losses. P4 knows it, but at the end of the day, we're just now finishing up week 3 of the NFL in baseball. Terms. The Cubs are really good. That sucks. I hate the Cubs. The Giants are number 1 right now in the National League West with 19-10. They could be there. A lot of weirdness is happening in the MLB. There's the American League just can't figure out the offense. The National League has figured it out, apparently, because a lot of those teams, especially in the NL West, hot weather, they're going to figure it out. The Mets pitching is fantastic. It's actually insane. I don't know how nobody's talking about it. They have a really good home record, 12-1. Mets. Could you believe it? 12-1. Other than that, I don't know if anyone else has that good of a home record. Tigers.
Teams have good home records. A lot of teams have bad away records.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the best home records, and the Mets are for
Royals,
sure.
11-5.
Royals are 11-5, which is typical, but Tigers are 13-3. Mets being 12-1 is impressive. It's impressive. Beginning of the season. Torpedo Bats, they're nothing now. No one cares. P4, you want to talk about your Mets? I know you're kind of like in a weird phase where you're kind of the best team, but you're losing these games that are like you're up 6-1, and then you're losing, or you're 7-1, I guess. What was it? You were up 7-1 today, and you lost 8-7.
Mets Class A pitcher Ramon Gomez throws a 104.5-mile-an-hour pitch.
It's a knuckleball.
Yeah, it's so... I don't know. I'm not used to being into the front runner position. So I kind of latch on to the losses. But yeah, it's not the craziest thing we've ever seen in baseball. Teams have blown leads before. Edwin Diaz didn't pitch today. He's 7 for 7. Whoa, excuse me. 7 for 7 on save opportunities. So, it's the first game that the bullpens blew. Last game, kind of lineup shake-up by adding Francisco Alvarez and Jeff McNeil. Jeff McNeil, he's kind of struggling. I don't know if they look for a trade partner for him, or I don't know. I don't know if you straight up DFA a guy like that. He is a good ball player. I just don't think he has a spot on the Mets. Yes,
We'll take him.
Really? Jeff McNeil?
And I'll talk about why we'll take him. But anyways, you keep going.
Yeah. I'm excited to see. We're now one of the franchises that has like a guy who throws a 104.5-mile-an-hour pitch, so that's kind of cool. IL for Minter. Alvarez looked good in his game back. Yeah, I'm excited to see what the Mets do. I'm excited. I'm cautiously excited for them. Maybe not as cautious as the Jets, though.
Now, P4, I don't know if you sent this in the group chat or if I just saw this on X. But right now, the Rockies have the worst F-WAR for batting at minus 1.3. Who do you guys think the second worst in F-WAR and batting is in the MLB?
Is it the Mets?
Marlins.
It is the Kansas City Royals.
Go figure.
Really? Yeah, and I go, wow, that's insane. That just shows you how good Kansas City's pitching staff has been. Kansas City is a game below 500, has the second worst F-WAR in batting, and they're just a game below 500. The Rockies, let's see how many games they are below 500.
Yeah, the Royals do have the second worst.
They are 18 games below 500. So not good. But at the end of the day, the Royals' offense was never made right now to be fantastic, just because we still have Dayton Moore guys on the team. So a lot of those hitters are the games the Royals win are going to be like the games they won against the Astros the past 2 days: 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, 4-3. They're going to be short. They're going to be small. I did go to the game on Friday. Seth Lugo, Jim, had a lot of fun booing Altuve. I've never got to boo Altuve before, but I got to this game. Had a lot of fun. I get it. Altuve's a great player, but dude, you're a part of the trash can series. I'm booing you
He was
forever.
wearing a buzzer. Leave him alone.
I was saying that. I was like, "Where's your wire?"
He had a bad tattoo.
Dude,
It was a bad tattoo.
some
That
dad
didn't
like
make
came up to me and said, "Hey, you can't be talking bad about Altuve." This is a Royals fan. He goes, "Don't be talking to Altuve like that." And I was like, "Dude, don't ever tell me who not to boo for. I paid for these tickets. I'm booing whoever I want to." And stuff like that. Yeah, and listen, it
Yeah,
makes
you tell him.
I did. I was like, you're not gonna do anything. You're not gonna tell me whatever. I'm right by the foul pole. I'm gonna be yelling forever. So the Royals are fine. Bobby Witt has a 19-game hit streak. If anyone really gives a crap about anything, but that's pretty good. Which is weird because I kept thinking about that, and I was like, when P4 said Bobby Witt Merrifield. And I was like, oh, it's kind of coming to fruition now. Because Whit Merrifield has the Royals record for hit streak. Do you guys know what his game hit streak is for?
33.
31.
I was at that game that he broke the record.
31 is when he broke the record. But yes, you're right, PC. 33 is his hit streak.
Oh, okay. I got it right, but you wanted me to look like an idiot, so you told me I got it wrong.
Yes.
So whatever.
Baseball's done. It's a cool sport. Paul Skeens is fantastic. Paul Skeens is so good at baseball, guys. If you guys don't know who Paul Skeens is, please go watch Paul Skeens. He is so good at baseball. The Pirates are a poverty franchise, and it's so annoying. It's so annoying. I hate it.
Welcome to the Dodgers.
Yep. Hey, just like K-Stout kind of put that really great in perspective. I know P4 gave him the thought process before pod, but it's like we're in week 3 of the NFL season, so we got a lot of baseball left, obviously, throughout. So if your team's doing great, great. If it's not, oh well. We've got some UFC to talk about. I was in attendance. It was awesome. I've never attended a UFC event ever before, and I didn't realize like how cool it actually is. When they dim out the lights and the light is just on the UFC octagon, it's like it's perfect. It's like, hey, put your phones away, like the action's about to go. Like it's about right time for somebody to get knocked out. So really cool event, really cool atmosphere. It's part of that TKO stuff. That's really cool what they're doing there in Kansas City. Obviously that's where I went to PBR on Thursday, UFC on Saturday, and then on Monday night I will be at Monday Night Raw with my friends. That'll be a good time. UFC, I'm waiting for some P4 to kind of get back here. There he is. You want to kind of go through the card? I got some thoughts on most of these fights because I saw Wellmaker's knockout. That was the one that I saw, the first one that I saw. But you can go through the whole card.
Yeah, and we won't talk about what bets the dudes may or may not have
Wasted money
done,
on.
but we'll we're starting
I threw mine in the
spreadsheets and
trash
getting Fight Pass. So UFC Iowa, Emerald Queen Casino, look out. Joseline Edwards, yeah, my
First round knockout.
my buddy J.W. Turner, God bless him, he's one of the best guys in the world, and he told me, hey dude, if you keep on placing these parlays, and he's an older Southern gentleman, and he goes, hey dude, if you keep placing these parlays, Emerald Queen's gonna lock them doors for the first time since they opened. I said, just try to keep you out. I go, no way, J-Dub. So Joseline Edwards, she had a win TKO over Chelsea Chandler. I did miss this fight. I joined during the Roberto Romero because that was an exciting fight for me. Timmy Kuamba ended up getting the second round KO, flying knee ground strikes. That was pretty crazy. Then Jacqueline Armand, she was a very heavy favorite. So Poliana Viana, she's still pretty good. Let's see what's up for them. Oh, it doesn't show after the fight. But yeah, both those fighters hope that they do pretty well. Here, let's look at it on this website. I'm switching the websites recently, and right here. No, not best fight odds. Whoops. All right, we'll just go with this. But congratulations to Jacqueline Armand. She was a heavy favorite. I think she was like plus 800.
Yeah.
Then this is kind of when, like PC said, the fight really kind of started. This was like the kind of cult favorite fight. Cameron Simon, good fighter still. He's a pretty good contender. Yes, looked good, looked comfortable, but Malcolm Wellmaker, I mean, he's got hands of stone, man.
This guy's the guy you're gonna want to watch coming up.
He can move.
He's really good. That was his first fight in the UFC. He said he wants to fight in Atlanta next after the fight, which would be really interesting. He's still a prelim guy, but still, like, he looked the part for sure. Howard, back in action, got some time off from his sumo lessons, so he's here with us, joining live Dude Sports Podcast. We just got over the Malcolm Wellmaker fight, but yeah, we're about to go to Blackshear.
Anything on Wellmaker?
Turn it on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, blue collar worker making it big time. It's pretty cool story for sure.
That bonus don't hit your
When
account
I
for
heard about
45,
that
60
from
days,
actually
brother.
someone. Yeah, shouldn't quit just yet. Don't quit the job yet. Go through it a
Just give it
little
2
bit
weeks.
till that paycheck comes through.
tell 'em
and
you're
you're
not
financially
coming
covered.
in.
Yeah.
Days.
Oh my word,
I'm
Nick
not
Howard,
coming.
your mic.
You'll
your-
go for the next
Nick.
replace. You'll help the next
Nick.
replacement.
Nick, your mic is bugging.
up?
It's bugging.
It's popping.
Anyways, yeah, good win by Malcolm Wellmaker.
Damon Blackshear versus Ain Telehi.
Okay. It didn't even look like he won one round, right?
Blackshear?
Yeah.
It's my biggest issue with MMA.
I really don't think he won
Really,
a round.
honestly, I think the only way you can judge it, and you can still go by rounds, I
Because
think.
what's the
You
stripes?
wait till the
stripes is-
end, and then you judge the rounds. That's how I would judge
You
UFC.
got 127 significant strikes.
I
over
think
60.
Ain Telehi, like, Damon Blackshear just did some crazy karate shit. Like, it would be, let's give it some grades. Let's say 3 minutes of Ain Telehi moving forward, and then 1 minute of Damon Blackshear doing some crazy shit, and 1 minute of, like, sizing up.
Yeah.
Like, he would just walk him down. He looked like Volkanovski in the cage, and he'd just throw these hooks. And Blackshear, he was popping that jab, and that jab did start to wear on him in the third round. If you want to give the third round to Damon, I'd give it to you. But I think the first 2 rounds went to Ain Telehi.
It didn't really seem like he did. I know it's his strikes, but when you were there, it didn't even look like those were even that great of strikes.
No,
Like, it just
and the
didn't
leg
seem
kicks
like-
were good. Damon, I mean, he'd do like a Superman punch, and the judges
Yeah.
would forget everything that happened up to that point.
Yeah, I
It
don't
was,
know. that was a weird decision for sure. That's what I felt like too.
but good fight by both guys. I mean, obviously, 17-10-2 and 17-7-1 isn't. You're not looking for title fights next, but he could be a good guy in this division. 135's got a lot of up and comers. I like both these fighters going forward. Chris Gutierrez, he got the split decision victory over John Costanza.
That was a really close fight the entire time. I didn't know who won at the very end. Obviously,
Yeah,
it was split,
near even. It went split.
but- So I thought
featherweights.
Castaneda probably had it from the first round and a half, and then Gutierrez really turned it on in the third round, which I think won.
Yeah, we don't. Bad website. I do like this website for certain things, but we'll maybe switch it up next time. Yeah, so we don't really know a lot of other stuff about these guys, but it was a good fight. I did enjoy the fight. Close one. You guys in Kansas City, I do remember, people weren't super pumped with this one because there was kind of some wrestling stuff and like maybe a little.
Yeah,
bit
there
of
was some
booze.
weird dude. And that's what it kind of got like in Kansas City. Like they would be wrestling for like 20 seconds, people would start really booing. It's like, come on, man. It's not. Go watch boxing. If you want people just to sit there and throw punches, go watch boxing. Go watch kickboxing. This is UFC. It's the MMA. It's mixed martial arts. Not no, I'm gonna stand there and knock your brain out. There's other techniques. Like it was so frustrating with that too.
That's what people want to see.
I know, but it's MMA. It's not.
They got it.
Yeah,
they
did
got
get
it
some.
later. Oh no,
Yeah.
this fight. It wasn't the main event. But I
Evan
think
Elder.
you gotta take it for what it is. And we were
Yeah.
blessed with a good card in Seattle, and you guys got a pretty good card.
Yeah, it was a
yourselves.
pretty good card, honestly. Yeah.
So moving on up, we got Evan Elder versus Gage Young. Evan Elder, the Elder, beat Gage Young, the youngster. Going forward in the,
He was the favorite there at
lightweight
Kansas
division.
City. They all wanted Gage Young to win.
Yeah, slight underdog on this. I did have money on Gage Young. What are you gonna do? Matt Schnell versus Jimmy Flick.
Dang it,
Flyweights.
man! Dang it! I really wanted Flick to win, and he was actually looking really good in round one, and then, yeah, he lost that fight. He got pieced up. towards
Matt Schnell. I mean, yeah, he's a great fighter. Yeah, not much to say.
there
Again,
wasn't-
this
yeah,
is good
just-
filler
yeah,
stuff. I
yeah.
mean, these are the good, and maybe the more we get into this Fight Pass stuff, the more we can intelligently speak on these kind of lower down the card fighters. But great guys to have in the flyweight division.
Yeah, Matt Schnell is gonna be fun to watch.
Ikram Aliskirov, the Russian, beats Andre
Yeah,
Muniz.
Ikram-
Andre
Ikram-
Muniz.
So good, dude. So good. He looked, yeah. It was like not even. I mean, I know it was a first round knockout, but it was like total like Khabib style swarming with hands like that, like anybody Russian like that, like that's really good. He's gonna be a guy you definitely want to watch for, especially. I know middleweight's packed, but this guy's gonna be really good.
32 moves up to 16-2. Yeah, he could definitely fight one of these guys. Upper in the middleweight division. I know we got another big middleweight fight coming up, but we'll talk about that. Kind of maybe a little bit step above this fight right here. KO TKO. This was
Dude.
fight of the night. This was absolutely
Crazy
fight of the night.
knockout.
Incredible fight. Second round KO. Randy Brown. Randy Brown, being the nice guy that he is, reset Nicholas Dalby's nose in the beginning of the fight. And then Nicholas Dalby's corner, while they appreciated Randy Brown's gesture, had to reset it back to its normal operating position. And oh my gosh, they cut to commercial, but on the big screen for you, did you see when they put the cotton ball?
Yep. They showed
Oh
you
my
exactly
gosh.
and then,
then-
oh yeah.
Blood
Yeah,
poured
yeah.
out of his
It
nose.
was terrible, dude. He was, that
He
nose
could have finished the
was-
fight in the first round if there wasn't
so
blood going down the back of his throat.
Yeah, he was,
In the
That-
first
that
round, he just had to
nose was
hold
killed.
down and guard, but
Yeah, and
oh
Randy
my
Brown,
gosh.
because he had that, because he was up on round one, and then Randy Brown just, golly, rude boy, my goodness,
Randy Brown's so good.
dude, just lights
He'll go
out,
to any
bro.
fire, just like
Lights
Holloway,
out.
and nail a guy. He is.
Yeah,
so,
he's
I
kind
love
of got that
Randy,
like a
the way
King
he fights.
Green type, like
He's a good fighter.
as K Stout likes to say, the kids say aura about him. So like,
Yeah, and he great athlete, power puncher. Yeah, God, holy smokes, he's scary. Huh?
no, yeah,
Yeah,
Abus.
Abus.
Yeah. Can we talk about the whole dancing before your entrance thing and then getting your
You
ass
can,
kicked?
yeah.
Dude, look, if you're gonna dance, bro, you cannot get your ass beat. And he got his ass beat. Like, his whole dancing thing would have been so cool if he would have looked good. But he looked so bad. Like, it from start to finish, Abus had control, was in control. Pierre looked okay, obviously in moments, but like, it was such a boring fight because Abus just makes it that way, and that's what he made Michael Pierre look like. But dude, the whole dancing shit, unless you're gonna be going for a championship title, like you're number 4 in a Kansas City Fight Night card, and you're dancing coming out of the tunnel and like doing break dancing and stuff, and having the same Kendrick Lamar opener for the Super Bowl going over and over again because you don't want to repeat your music. It was just, I liked Michael Pieta, but I cannot anymore. Abus could barely speak
It's
English.
past his time.
yeah. There was a couple foreigners that were
And
handed
Bruce
the mic.
Buffer called him Nurmagomedov. I did see that.
I didn't catch that. That's funny though. David Onama got the win over Giga
Hometown
Chigadzky.
kid.
Unanimous decision. I mean, unanimous decision. Split decision 29-28. His name's Magomedov, and they call him Nurmagomedov.
It's David Onama.
Giga Chigadzky. Yeah, that's his
Chikadze.
nickname, Giga
Or something.
Chad.
Chikadze. Yeah, Giga Chad. Pretty much.
Giga Chigadzky.
He got,
Yeah, it's
he got
awesome.
pretty murked
Kyle,
in
welcome to
this
the show.
He's just joining us. If you
This is
didn't
a
notice
main
that.
card
We're
fight.
talking about it. We're talking about.
I'm talking
this is why
about learning more about 34-year-old 125 pounders.
Kyle, when we bring up
You
your
don't know
10-day
Giga
contract,
Chigadzky?
these are the things we discuss about. We want to get you on for the whole season, but you keep having these types of moments where we're like, dude, I don't know.
Dude, he's in the UFC Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he's a great fighter. Anyways, David
He
Onama. David Onama took down Giga and just was like dominant on top in the last 2 or 3 rounds. That's why I won the fight. For
Silent Assassin's great nickname. Favorite, I did have money on Giga, but yeah, I mean these guys are good fighters.
Oh, and then we get to the greatest co-main event of ever in time. I'm gonna go retire and go get my ass handed to me. Like, and they did a whole retirement
Stipe
thing.
Miocic got one Instagram post when he retired.
Dude, they did a whole like montage. It's like, what? Because
If you guys want to know when
his
Anthony
best
Smith
moment.
retired, it was exactly 30 minutes. Actually, it was probably a couple weeks before this fight. He walked out to the ring. He was hugging people,
Felder.
high-fiving all the fans,
Yeah.
crying, watching his thing, having fun with the cut man. And I get it if that's like the kind of guy you are, but you could tell Anthony Smith was doing it like in a nostalgic way, not in like a I'm loose, I'm ready to fight kind
Yeah,
of way.
he's like, I'm going out to the pasture type thing.
Yeah,
And it was like,
and he got fucking smoked.
it wasn't. I mean,
That
There
was
was
one
so
of the
many
most
times to
brutal
see-
beatdowns, dude.
their
His
highlight
blood
on
was
the
just
on his like
pouring on
montage
that
was
mat.
him fighting John Jones. That was the peak moment, was he got to be able to fight a guy like John Jones.
Yeah,
That's your
and
peak
lose.
moment.
He never even fought for it.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, you know what? Great, you know what? He
prospect
fought
for
for a
years,
long
but,
time. You got to give him his credit, give him his flowers. But did he deserve a montage and a 20-minute break? No. No, but he got knocked out in the first round, so like I said, time to fill. So I mean, yeah, it's whatever. Anthony Smith.
Paul
That,
Felder
but
just
Zhang
did
gonna be
not
dude.
care
This
at the
guy.
end of that
Ming Yang
fight
Zhang.
either. That was
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Ming Yang Zhang's dude. He's pretty good.
He's gonna be ranked for sure, and he's definitely gonna get some. He should get some good
He
ones.
should
here
get a good
soon.
contender fight next.
That
So,
dude was killing.
Anthony Smith, have fun.
Main event: Ian Machado Gary beat Carlos Prates, the Fighting Nerd, by unanimous decision. Or he may have been cut from the Fighting Nerds roster now that he's lost. Fighting Nerds still undefeated. Rufy,
Probably.
Gene Silva, and Kylan Barajo. But Ian Gary, the future,
family.
shoot the
He's
box.
so good, dude.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
He's
he
pretty
lost. I mean, Broadus. It seemed like in the first. I mean, like the first
Oh,
3
no,
rounds,
for a
it was
second.
all Ian Gary, and then he kind of came back at the very end, and that kind of helped out. But like, I think Broadus could be a champion at some point. I just don't. I just think this was his first main event, huge fight. Like, they are on a hot streak with the Fighting Nerds, 19-0. Like, I think the moment got a little bit too big. In the 5 round, but in 4,
It was the first,
4
like,
he
I
looked,
feel like
he got up
war
and did fine, and then
one
5 he
guys have
actually
had.
did well. He probably won round 5. He almost got Ian Gary out, packed out.
Oh
Chip.
yeah. I
Before
mean,
he was, if that would have
both
happened in
those
round
dudes
2,
were
it
just
would've-
tired as shit, but
Yeah.
they were, yeah.
And Ian Gary, I mean,
I
he's
agree.
number 7,
Yeah,
but he
definitely
lost.
kind of
I mean, he lost
found his rhythm.
to Rogmadov. I mean, but he was beating everybody else. Like he beat Michael Venom Page. He beat Neil. He was on a huge win streak. And he lost to Magomedov, who probably
Shavkat.
Shavkat, sorry, probably will be a champion here too. So I know the heat kind of came off Gary. I was cheering for Pradas. I wanted Pradas to win because his entrance was fire. He like rapped into the
Prada's
camera.
really good, but
It's
he
like,
is
dude,
not top.
He's not there yet.
Yeah.
He's not there yet. He's not there yet.
He's so
He's up there. He
loose,
did
I'm
have.
just
Yeah,
like, but yeah,
he
I
looked good
agree.
towards the end.
He did. And that's what we're kind of saying. Is like maybe it's like his
I
first
think
main
he
event
got his
moment,
first
main
taste
event.
of war in this one, and I
He's
think
only 31. He's got plenty
of
of
smokes.
time. He's gonna be just fine.
I mean, shoot, he does better than the average smoker, though. It's like what?
What is
Not
what's
condoning it,
next
but that
for
dude,
Gary?
to push through 5 rounds as good as he did is crazy.
What's next for Ian Gary?
That division's
He's going to
got a
be
lot
the
going on right now.
he's going to be the backup fighter for the title fight. 170. Bilal Muhammad, Jack Della Maddalena.
What?
Yeah. When is
Isn't that
Shavkat get the next
in a couple
shot?
weeks?
Probably.
Yes, it's soon enough.
Yeah. I think he was going to, but he got like hurt or something happened. So they got
Yeah,
Della
Machado could
Maddalena.
fight. Yeah, the
Yeah, it's in
loser
2
of
weeks.
Della Maddalena.
Yeah, whoever loses between those two,
Yes,
he could fight.
no
he could fight a
way
Leon
Gary's
Edwards.
fighting
maybe,
that
if he really
dude.
wanted.
He already said he is.
Yes.
It's already
He's fighting
approved.
Leon.
Confirmed by Dana.
Okay,
That's-
so that's good. That's
I mean,
good.
might as well just not have the fight then. He is like
Where does
In 2 weeks.
Backup
Protest
fight.
go?
This is backup fight.
Just protest fight Michael Venom Page.
That'd be a
Sure,
cool
yeah.
fight. Yeah, might as well.
I mean, right? Because they both lost
would
to
like that. I
Gary.
think
And
that
see
would be a
who's going to
cool
be
one.
that next one up would be.
Because I do think Protest still needs to be tested. He shouldn't go down a level because he's just gonna murk anyone who he's down another level with, like he was with Jingliang or Leech. But yeah,
I don't know. I don't know
think
what they're doing upstairs.
MVP would be pretty good.
Stupid animals. Yeah, stupid cats.
Buckley versus Uman is next. Jack Della versus Bilal. Sean Brady's up there. Shavkat. Edwards
Sean Brady's
versus.
definitely got to get some. I would like Sean Brady. God, Edwards.
Yeah, Burns is
I
fighting
don't even know if he
Morales
wants to
next.
fight anymore. That was the saddest performance against Sean Brady. Like, I
Gilbert
don't even
Burns
know
is signed
what
to fight soon.
Yeah, against
Edwards
Morales.
is doing in life next. On an Apex card. So stupid. I don't know why they didn't keep that on 315. But, yeah.
Yeah, it was good. UFC KC. You want to look towards Sanhagen real quick? You want to go over your most exciting parts about this before?
Yeah, Davidson Figueiredo has really made a name for himself in the 135 division, the bantamweight division. I mean, he's looked real good recently. Let's see.
Bo Nickel.
Lost to Peter Yan, unanimous decision. Beat Marlon Vera, beat Cody Garbrandt, beat Rob Font. Canceled bout versus Manuel Kopp. Lost to Brandon Moreno for the championship, his, eye pokage in his last flyweight bout. So this guy is a former champion, and he's moved up, and he's still right up there, only losing to other former champions, while also beating other former champions. So let's see. Let's get into it, starting with the early prelims. Whoops, wrong event. Juliana Miller versus Ivan Petrovic. Ivan Petrovic, I'm not sure if they show her recent bouts, but she's a very, very highly touted prospect out of Russia. 30 years old. In the UFC, she's 1-2. So it looks like she's had struggles in the UFC, but she was, I do remember her being a really big winner in, the AFC, this Russian fight league. But she's starting off the early prelims. Dontel Myers, who's a heavyweight. He's an interesting fighter versus Thomas Peterson. Gaston Bolanos versus Quang Lee. Couple of bantamweights going at it. All right. Jillian Robertson, the Canadian. Interesting they didn't save her for next week's card. I remember her being on the last Canadian fight. See how that goes. Ryan Loder, he's going to be on there. Misha Tate versus Yana Santos. That's your featured prelim.
I don't think anyone was hype about hearing that name.
Yeah, I mean, Misha's back, I guess.
Ryan Loder.
Cool.
Pull guard.
Oh, let's go. Definitely
Jeremy
be time
Stevens
I
is
go
also
and
back
eat food, watch.
in the UFC. So we'll see what he does. He's the hardest hitting 45 pounder, the real hardest hitting 45 pounder. Now he's up
Who
at
knows who the
55.
fuck that guy is?
There you go. There's a lot of Canadians on this card with them going to Canada next week. But Cameron Southerman, on the old one they would give us the last. But he's a bantamweight guy going on the main card versus Sidi.
He's only got
Slight
one
favorite
fight.
there. Montel Jackson's making his return to the
Baby
cage.
killer.
Montel Jackson's always a fun fight to watch. Daniel Marcos. Santiago Ponzinibbio versus Daniel Rodriguez. D-Rod. I like D-Rod in this fight. Ponzinibbio's pretty old, 38. But I do like that fight as well. Now, okay, let's get into this. Bo Nickel versus Renier
This will be
DeRitter.
actually a really good fight.
If he wins this one, will you finally give him some props,
It'll
Nick
be a fun
Howard?
one. If it's a good fucking fight, sure, dude. You went on your knees and tried to plead to me that Paul Craig versus Bo Nickel was a good fight. And that was nothing more than a sparring match.
It's him
So if
climbing
this
the
is a
ladder.
good
I mean,
fight,
he's
you
not
You
gonna
can't
be
just
able to
have a,
win
oh,
every
you
single
knock
time.
somebody out, it's a boring fight. You're boxing.
So this one, if he makes it boring against Renier DeRitter,
That's not even the thing. That was gotta be by far one of the worst fights I've seen from Bo Nickel, if that makes it better. Like, that fight just sucked. If this fight is good, I think DeRitter can bring a fight, and I think that will help Bo Nickel to see how he goes against pressure. If he does good in that case, then I will give him props, because I do rank DeRitter pretty well. So, yes, to your question, I would.
you've
give
got a
props to Bo
wrestler
Nickel
in the
probably.
Midwest.
This
I
fight
hope this is the
gets a
most
win.
boring just wrestling match fight. He's gonna make it boring. That's his job. That's what he is. He's a wrestler. He's gonna make it boring.
Yeah.
It's like what happened with
You're saying this with such excitement, and I'll give a
I mean,
clap,
that's what
I
it is.
guess,
Well,
but
what are we
I
gonna
like a
do?
Charles Oliveira type shit.
Jiu-jitsu
You know what I
and wrestling
mean?
are not the same thing. I think some jiu-jitsu stuff is really boring. But the wrestling, just typically in the way that UFC
Cormier
fans
stuff's
see,
cool.
and I don't
I
want
like
to.
Cormier.
Okay, but Cormier did a
It's
lot
just- I
more
like the
Greco
mixed martial
stuff.
arts
This is more
concept, and pure wrestling is something I just cannot watch outside of UFC personally. I understand
and
you
if
guys are
he's
former
gonna- yeah.
wrestlers.
And I hope he
personally,
wins 2
that's what the
titles.
fans think. That's just.
wins. Torres Finney.
Hopefully so. Bilal's got a championship. I mean, fuck.
I know. I think Bo's.
YOLO. Now we're sad.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Go back to boxing.
Yeah.
Gotta
We'll
love
see.
UFC.
Yeah,
Make
we'll
this
see
style of
Bo
fan
Nickel.
out of UFC.
I hope he just
So-
goes out there and just take the top of my forehead, put it in your chest, put you back against the cage, sweep your legs out. There we go, ground and pound. DeRitter's a good fighter though.
Yeah, he's definitely getting that.
That's what I mean.
contender.
If he gets a win, I could rate Bo Nickel probably. I could see it.
Corey Sandhagen versus Davidson Figueiredo. I think whoever wins this may tie into a title fight.
Yeah, that makes sense logically. What you're saying.
I mean, yeah.
I think they
you
both
get
are
probably
deserving.
Umar versus the winner of this one. Maybe Jan.
I don't know if Sean.
I'd
I
like
think
where Jan
Umar
is.
needs to get
Umar.
another one. Let's do Umar versus Jan and Sandhagen versus Figueiredo, and
I
whoever
agree
looks
with that.
more dominant. Let's not match up the 2 winners of that. Let's just say whoever looks the most dominant out of those 4 fighters gets the next title shot, and then those other 3 guys will figure it out.
Yeah, because you get to put whoever loses between Mirab and Sugar Sean back in that equation too.
Yeah, whoever wins the other one versus the or whatever they do, and there's some other guys in that bantamweight division too. Let's see if they'll give us the bantamweight rankings real quick.
It's
Rob,
Sugar,
Sugar,
Sean.
Umar, Peter, Sandhagen, Figueiredo, Song Yadong's up there, Mario Bautista, Cheeto Vera. Now we're starting to get,
Down pretty far.
yeah. I mean, Song Yadong's coming off 2 wins.
Once
Mario
you get to about
Bautista's on a long
Font,
win streak.
Cejudo.
Mario Bautista, former opponent or training MMA lab of Sean O'Malley. But that brings us to next the week after, so we'll save that. But that's the next pay-per-view.
Heck
Bilal
yeah, that'd
Muhammad,
be,
Jack Della Maddalena. But
that'd be
that
great fight.
pretty much does it for UFC, I think. I know we got boxing coming up. Canelo's fighting because we got Cinco de Mayo
So
coming
box,
up.
I'll cover
so,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, Canelo fighting, Ryan Garcia fighting, Tank fighting after they fought last year. And in a way, number 2 pound for pound in boxing fighting too. So, a lot of good fight this weekend all around.
Yeah, so
Hands up this weekend.
should be good there. If you're bored this weekend, obviously go look up those. We have one last thing to do tonight. We are starting this tonight. Our Covenant, Smart or Dumb. We are going to start a leaderboard this season. So then the final loser, we'll just be able to make fun of them for the season who lost. So that'll be, I'll show you guys that next week when it's made. Howard does have 1 loss on the season. So that's just where that's starting. But yeah, we'll just have that going. P4 looks like he's back and ready for action. K-Stelt's our host. Shocker. Take it away.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Just 5, right?
I got my stuff. Ready. Yep.
I am. Ah. Roger Maris.
Oh, let's go, baby. Yeah.
Oh, what? Are we not doing single season?
Nick got a
God
dude who doesn't
damn
funny.
it, dude. I gotta
simplify
simplify
it
it with this idiot,
I want
man.
it.
This is this is the host. The hosts are smarter than
Dumb
him.
is dumber than anyone here, folks. You heard it here first. Unbelievable.
I have a X because of you. Single season. You didn't even specify. There's what record? What? What does that specify?
That's the problem.
Thank you. I'm thank you.
Home run record could be
Pause it.
single season or career.
There's
When I talk
25,
about record,
24 questions.
I mean record. Thank you. Thank you. I'll take it. I'll take it. feel like this is a layup.
I got mine.
I'm not gonna do it.
Is it true or
I
false?
think you explained it perfectly.
Multiple choice. Let's go.
I literally was like a second down from writing Kareem. I'm like, what am I doing?
I know.
There's not that many, huh?
This is amount of days holding belt.
Oh, fuck. Well, that just changed my answer. Hold on. Okay.
I have two options for this, and they may both be wrong.
I am.
I got my own answer.
I'm gonna read mine off because it's not a good race chat.
I got mine. See, that was my other
Demetrius
answer.
Johnson.
Yeah, that was the other one.
Silva is days.
Silva didn't defend it when he held it. Yeah.
See, I thought it was either Mighty Mouse or Anderson Silva, and then I also had maybe a thought of GSP, but I was like, no way. I don't even know.
Yeah,
how
Silva
good
had the
Mighty Mouse
days,
was.
but Mighty Mouse had the fights. Oh shit. Oh, fuck. I'm so sorry, history teachers in spirit. So sorry for falling asleep in class. Don't do it, kids.
I'm ready.
Alright, it's as good as it's gonna get.
I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, so Italy left, so I put down Japan, but Germany and Italy and Israel and England. Bad guys are Italy and Germany. And Israel and England.
Let's go. Ottoman Empire.
I'll accept it.
I can name the last axis. It's Austria-Hungary, because they just split those two countries up.
Boo.
Sweden was the one team that they didn't want to be involved. I like history.
Theoretically. Better than me.
Regardless of position.
Dude.
I have no idea. I literally can't. I'm gonna write down it's like number 2 pick.
It's not even a first round pick. It wasn't even a first overall pick.
Yeah. Well, no. Peyton won it more recent. Wait. I guess that fucking doesn't matter now.
Oh.
I knew that bullshit would be how it would be, dude. I knew it would be that bullshit. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. I knew it. I knew it. That's crazy, man. I can't believe I denied. I didn't think.
Looking at our Smart or Dumb after week 1 board, lots of time left for everybody, but P4 got 3, I got 3, and Howard starts off with just 2, but plenty of time left. We've got 3 whole weeks left. As long as Howard doesn't get distracted and doesn't show up one week, he could be okay, but you also know my winning streak on Smart or Dumb, it's been pretty good luck recently, but I've had a long streak where I've had to do it 2 or 3 times in a row, so we'll have to wait and see, and then we always got the main man from Way Out West, the wild card of the bunch. So, that's going to be kind of it for the Dude Sports Podcast. Let's always do our last whip around. Let's start off with the main man from Way Out West this time. We haven't started off with him in forever. Main man from Way Out West, P4.
Thank you for joining us. Great episode. NFL draft. We're going to do OTAs pretty soon, so that's going to be fun. And then baseball, go Mets. College football, transfer portal, I guess, is still open. Getting into spring practice, basketball. Donate, like, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff with the podcast on the YouTubes. And, goodbye, folks.
Howard.
Yeah, man, we got a lot of sports going on. Actually, I was involved pretty much today. Being at work, I went and saw the Blues game going on, and then the St. Louis City game, soccer game, which is pretty crazy, actually, for a team that scored 5 goals in their first 9 games. But anyways, it's pretty eventful week next week, as we talked about. We got a lot of fight. Champions League is going on Tuesday and Wednesday. We got the semifinals. The 2 top offenses face the 2 top defenses, so that's going to be a fun one. I'm actually excited for how Inter will do, PC squad. And then, we got the playoffs going on. Grizzlies had a hard crash. That was unfortunate, but there's some good series going on. Clippers and Nuggets I'm really liking that one. Liverpool, we didn't succeed in Champions League, but we'll take the conference title. We'll take the Prem title by like almost 20-something points to absolutely dominated second place Arsenal. So, proud for the lads, the Scousers in that department. But other than that, watch them fight. Canelo's fighting. going into Cinco de Mayo weekend, we got Sanhagen and God of War also fighting, so that will be a fun one. Other than that, it is salutations from me.
Okay, Stel, wrap it up for the boys.
Bad day for Pete.
What a great way to end the roundabout. We should never have him end again. Dudes of Sports Podcast, 7:30 Pacific Time, 9:30 Central, every single Sunday night. We've been going for over a year now. We're going to continue to grow. Check out us on TikTok. Howard's 7-Day Challenge is on there. We're also on Instagram.